welcome to Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. This is the podcast that celebrates the quirks, the courage, and the brilliance of being human. I'm your host, Jeanene Tracy, transformational coach and curious explorer. Let's dive in and uncover the magic of being wonderfully human. Welcome back for another episode of Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. And that's what you are. You're wild, wacky, wonderful, and human. Thanks for coming and joining me here today. Wow, we are living in an incredible time, aren't we? There's so many opportunities. There's so many demands. There's so much to do in every moment. I don't know about you, but I get invitations for things all the time. My inbox is filled with things I love to do. Sound healings, Reiki sessions, going and doing fun things at hot springs and retreats. And it's just incredible how many things, music events, musicals, live music. There's just so many things that I could be doing something every single day of the week, multiplied by 10. Every single night I could have 10 different things on. And it can be so overwhelming because I want to get out there and I want to do the things. I want to engage in community. I want to be loving the provocation that these things give me. Going to live events and meeting with new people, it's just incredible. I really want that. And I really just want to sit on the couch and do nothing. It's such a difficult balance, isn't it? But the thing, that's probably the most important word in that sentence is balance. It's about doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, rather than all of that and none of this. And what I mean by that is, what are you throwing out to make time for other things that you could potentially do less of that and more of this? This sounds like gobbledygook, doesn't it? And it feels like gobbledygook. Like when you're in it, it feels like it's completely, you can't see, is it the trees for the forest or the forest for the trees? I can't quite remember what that saying is. But either way, whether you see the trees or the forest, you're lost in the forest. And you don't even have a little basket to carry to take buns and eggs and cool things to mother wolf in the forest. It's not mother wolf, it's the grandma, isn't it? It's the wolf that takes over the grandma. See, this is what happens when you've got so many things on. Your mind becomes muddled. And the stories that you start to tell can be not clear. You can mix stories. You're mixing tracks. Like you can't remember what happened at that meeting or that meeting, but you remember it happened. And this is a very common thing at the moment because so many people have so much information going into these beautiful things we call our brains. And our brains are expected to do so much right now. Now we're on the precipice of AI doing a lot for us. We can embrace that. And we can hand off some of these tasks to AI. And in fact, it looks like not very far in the future, it is going to be, we'll have our own AI agent. Whoever's wanted a personal agent in the past and you haven't got one, it's going to be coming very soon. I already use AI to do some incredible things for me, designing things and proofreading things. I love writing, so I don't want to give all the writing to AI, but I ask it to kind of make it look good. I recently had some medical things and I put my results, my blood test results into AI, and I said, what's wrong with me, or what could I do about the thing that's wrong with me, and how do I best change my lifestyle to suit that? Now, I'm not kidding with you here. ChatGPT spat out for me an idea, a lifestyle plan idea, including exercise, diet, and nutrition. It spat out a meal plan. It spat out a shopping list and recipes. So this happened within minutes. I had lifestyle, program, menu, recipes, and a shopping list. I went to the supermarket today using the shopping list. I haven't made the recipes yet, so I'm really interested to see how accurate it is, and I'll update you on it. But this was done in minutes. Can you imagine the time that we've used in the past, that even just to write a menu, choose the recipes, which is still fun, right? So we don't, and this is the thing, this is the balance. I don't want AI to be doing all of this. The simple act of sitting down, having a look at a beautiful recipe book and choosing some recipes for dinner, I don't want to lose that. I think that's pretty sweet and pretty cool, right? I mean, a lot of people already use internet, and so do I, for recipes, but just the simple act of doing that is quite special. So again, it's balance, doing this along with something else. So with all of these things that we're doing, and yes, the opportunity to outsource to AI is definitely one of the things that we can do, but there's a really important word that we need to learn to say, so that we can keep our sanity. We can make choices to do the things that nourish our soul, to extend our growth, and to allow us to rest and recuperate whilst growing, learning, and expanding. That in itself is quite a balance, doing all of that. Can you guess what this word is? This word is 2 letters, and it starts with N and it ends with O. No. We need to learn to say no. And there's a lot of reasons why we can't say no. And if you're one of those people, hands up, where we can't say no, there's a lot of reasons why we can't. And, for a lot of us, it stems from being people pleasers, from not wanting to disappoint people, let people down, not wanting people to think badly of us. We've been taught that you have to be nice to people, and we have this association sometimes that being nice is saying yes. And there's a lot of situations when we shouldn't be saying yes when we say yes. And we should be saying that really beautiful word no. And now I know I can hear what you're thinking. It's like, it's so scary to say no, because it can feel abrupt, it can feel aggressive, it can feel like you're being mean to someone. But the reality is, you're being mean to someone if you're saying if you're saying yes, but you actually mean no. That's mean. You're leading somebody on. I've been in many situations where people have said yes to me, and then I'm asking for what it is that they've promised, and they're not delivering it. And so, you're constantly asking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I worked in film as an amateur film maker years ago, and I remember this one guy was going to be delivering this edited version of film, and he just kept saying, yes, it's coming, yes, it's coming, yes, it's coming. And I eventually said to him, it's okay for you to say no. It's better for you to say no, I can't get it done, so then I can get it outsourced to somebody else and it gets done. But you saying yes, you're delaying me 3-4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. It ended up being a couple of months where he kept every week saying, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm sure you can relate to this. I'm sure this has happened to you or someone you know, where something's been promised and not delivered. So quite possibly it's that the person wasn't able to say no. How much better would it have been if they did, right? You're saving people time. You're saving people energy. You're saving people worry. So get to the point and allow yourself to say no, because you're letting yourself off the hook and you're letting the other person off the hook too. It's a gift to them. But we often think it's, it's really unfair to them. No, the fairest thing is to say no. Now, there's a number of ways that you can do this by being kind. You can be grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much for asking me. I'm really snowed under right now and I really just don't have the capacity to do that. You can have that kind of approach. If you want to be more direct, you could say, that just doesn't work for me. I'd suggest that you find somebody else. You could potentially, do if you feel you don't want to say no, but you want to offer something, you can do an amendment to the request, if you like. So let's say, for example, somebody's asking, hey, can you bake 100 cookies for the school fair? You might say, look, I can't bake 100 cookies for the school fair, but I could buy a packet of cookies from Coles or Woolworths or whatever it might be. Or I could make a banana loaf, which would be a lot quicker and easy for me. Is that okay? So you can change up the request, right? So you don't feel like that you're not giving anything in return. So how does it feel for you to say no? Is this something that you've struggled with in the past? I definitely did. I definitely do. I've gotten so much better at it. But I do often feel like if somebody asks me to do something for them, that I have to find something to offer in return. Because for me, my values and my purpose of being is all about contribution. And so if somebody asks me to contribute something and I feel like I can't because I don't have the time, the energy, or the effort, or the capacity even, or the capability even, then I've really learned that it's important for me to say, I really want to contribute. Is there another way I can contribute which will take me less time, less energy? And it's something that suits my skill level. Because sometimes also, right, we don't want people to turn away from us because we feel like there could be an opportunity for future work, for a relationship or a friendship, or, for people to like us. Who's one of those people who you really want people to like you? It's so important for us to like ourselves. Love yourself. Give yourself the compassion, the time, and the energy by saying that word to people without fear of losing an opportunity for future employment or for friendship, whether it's a deep relationship or friendship. If they are to become a friend or in relation with you, they will anyway. Even if you say no to this thing that they're asking you to do, right? Obviously, there's some things that do cross boundaries as well. So there's certain things that, you might feel obligated to do because the person is potentially narcissistic or demanding or threatening. In this case, obviously you're going to take a different approach. You need to keep yourself safe and you need to put your boundaries up. So is anyone out there, do you find it difficult to put boundaries in place? Now's the time to do it. Because as soon as you start putting boundaries in place, yes, you will get pushed back. It's highly likely you'll get pushed back because you've always been the person who's always done the thing. And so people always come to you to do the thing. So you're reliable. You're the yes person. And so people are going to use you and abuse you because you're the yes person. And so they're going to come to you first because they know that you'll say yes. And then it saves them effort, saves them energy because you're the yes person. So if you start to say no, if you start to put your boundaries in place, just be mindful that these people might not know what to do with that. Stay in your self-compassion, stay in your self-love. Stay in your truth. Keep to the facts. Don't get caught up in the emotion of helping the person. Stick to the facts. I'm busy. I don't have the skill level. I don't have the time and I don't have the energy. Those are facts and no one can deny that. If you respond to them, these are the facts. I can't do it because of this, this and this. They can't tell you that you can. They can show you that they're disappointed, and that's okay. Let them be disappointed. That's their shit. That's not yours. So treat yourself with self-compassion, self-love, and allow yourself to say no. And allow yourself to stay in that decision. Allow yourself to let that person have the response that they want to have. And then you watch them ask you less and less for the things that are unreasonable. Stand in your power. Love your heart. Love your soul. Love your decisions. And most of all, love yourself for learning to say no. This is life-changing. Love and blessings. Enjoy your day. See you next time on Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. Thanks for tuning in to Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. If you had fun, share it with someone just as wild and wonderful as you. Stay wild, stay wonderful, stay wacky, and I'll catch you next time.